Welcome to Bachelor Happy Hour's Golden Hour. This is our favorite time of the week. Thank you all for joining us.
Everybody, welcome back. And if you haven't listened to our episode from Wednesday yet, check it out. We had our friend Sandra on, the Golden Bachelor, on the podcast. And Kath, do you remember what some of the things that she was saying?
Susan, I don't know. Let's just talk about the date with the bad breath. What do you think?
I felt so bad because she was saying he was the perfect guy in every way until she smelled his breath.
Let me just say,
Ouch.
saying that he is the perfect guy, except
in
for his
every
breath,
way, she said.
is saying, I got great mail delivery today, except a letter from the IRS. I mean, that is not only a red flag, that is a deal breaker.
But it's a shame because I think it's a condition. It wasn't garlic or something he ate, she said. And there are people, but I think there's remedies for that. Like go to the doctor.
So that's what I wanted to say to Sandra. So what do you do, Sandra? Say to the guy, you know what? You're perfect. You've got a great figure, physique. You know, you're smart. You're good looking, but your breath could knock an elephant over. Like, what do you do?
She didn't say it. She didn't.
I know.
She just cut it as short as she could. I felt so bad.
Oh,
I mean, just imagine the right look, the right everything, and then what?
Well, there's got to be something, I guess. But she is an amazing woman. She's going to be 76 in July.
And doesn't look it at all.
Or act it.
No, I know. She's awesome. She's an awesome lady.
She exemplifies what you and I talk about all the time. Living your best life. Age is a number.
Absolutely.
Get out and do stuff. Sandra exemplifies it to me.
How about when we saw her, we got to see her when we did Celebrity Family Feud, which everybody out there will be coming out this summer. And we will definitely give you a heads up as to when it will air.
Yeah, I think she didn't seem as thrilled. You and I seem to have a great time.
We have a great time no matter where we are, Kathy. Come on.
You and I are fun time kids. I think it was just harder. Maybe, I don't know, but she didn't seem to have as much fun. But you know what? There's always a next time.
It's all good. I hope she gets another date and the guy smells better. Sorry. We love you, Sandra.
We love you. Thank you for coming on our podcast. All right. So today, Susan, we have some great fan questions. You and I love getting into these questions.
Absolutely.
And if you have a question for Susan and me, please send them in. Go to bachelornation.com/golden hour. You can write a question or you can leave an audio question for us. And we love answering them.
Yeah, please do it because we just love this. And you might be even aired on our show and we can talk about it together as you ask us. But let's get started with today's question of the day.
Okay, give it to me.
Okay, the topic for discussion today is soulmates. I truly believe. Anyhow, do you believe in them? Does everyone only have one? How do you know if you found yours? Well, let's go, Kathy. First of all, do you believe in a soulmate?
Are you ready for my answer?
Get it out. Come on.
I believe in soulmates. I think you and I are soulmates. I think there's different kinds of soulmates.
I
yes,
agree.
I mean, my husband was my soulmate, but I fully believe I could find another one. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you and I as friends are soulmates. There's different kinds of soulmates, right?
So which answers part two, does everyone only have one? Not necessarily.
What do you think?
No,
what do you think?
No. I don't think you only get one.
Okay. Have you had a soulmate?
I have. And a lot of those are friendships.
Susan, you're looking at one.
I know, right? But how do you know if you found one?
Ooh.
How do you know when it's your soulmate?
Well, for me, like with you and me and our friendship, you and I answer each other's questions. You know what I'm thinking. We can disagree and still love each other. I mean, I guess my question is, how do you define a soulmate?
How do I define a soulmate? Somebody, and when it comes to a man, like in a love relationship, my soulmate would be somebody that I would die for. I would do anything for, like your children, but in a different way. Like your soulmate is somebody that you feel like you were born to be with this person. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think a soulmate is someone you can't imagine your life without.
Yes.
But I do think there's different levels of soulmates. I think the one criteria, he cannot have or she cannot have bad breath. I don't know. It's actually quite an interesting question because
let's Google soulmate.
Yeah, really. I mean, you're divorced and I'm a widow, and I think your husband was your soulmate for a time. Was he?
Yes.
I mean,
definition, I'm Googling, Kat. Definition. In current usage, soulmate usually refers to romantic or platonic partner with the implication of an exclusive lifelong bond. There you go, lifelong.
Okay, so there we are.
It's the strongest bond with another person that one can achieve. It's a real friendship. Somebody, we were right. Bingo. Do we get a prize for that?
You know what we get? We get to write the newest edition of Webster's Dictionary. Oh, gosh.
Oh, goodness. So should we go on to some of our great questions?
Oh, gosh. Okay, sure. Let's do question number 1.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Oh, hi, Kathy. Hi, Susan. My name's Taylor. I live in Mississippi currently, and I'm a huge fan of the both of y'all's. I think you both are so iconic and just exactly the type of person I want to be when I get older. Fun and exuberant and just all of the things. So my question is this. I am 24 and I have not even been asked out on a date in 6 years since I graduated from high school. My high school sweetheart took me out after my graduation, and that was the last time I've been on a date. It is 2024. It has been like 6 years, and the drought is getting a little long. What's your advice on long periods like this where I just don't have any prospects? I'm just here and boys don't talk to me. Do you have any advice on that?
I have a ton.
Go. Tell me.
Whoa, that's a lot. 6 years?
Well,
like,
wait,
first of all,
24.
do you get out of the house? I mean, do you work? Or maybe it's time to switch teams. I don't know. If you don't have friends that introduce you or you're not doing social things to meet people, maybe she is doing that and just not getting asked out. I would suggest maybe trying a dating site or a meetup group or something to that. What do you think?
I think those are all great ideas. I think that to your point, if you have friends and you're young like that, you go to bars, you can go kayaking on the lake, you can do pickleball games or all kinds of meetup kinds of things.
But
so
somebody to ask you out, though, nobody's
But
asking.
that's what I'm saying. As Susan, how many times have we talked about the fact that
Nobody
nobody's going to come and knock on your door?
door.
Well, that's true. But they're not going to come knock on her door or her door. I think that, Taylor, you need to get out and do more things. And I know it's hard to put yourself out there. Even at 24, it's hard to put yourself out there.
What about her asking someone else out? I mean, it's 2024, like you just said. If there's somebody that you kind of have a crush on or you are interested in getting to know better, ask them out.
Yeah,
are you all right with that?
I'm great with it, but I think sometimes at 24 they might feel a little intimidated. I mean, but I will say at her best shot is getting out there. And I think you're onto something. She's maybe not getting out there enough or putting it out there like, hey, Susan, if I saw that guy in the office the other day, tell
Let
him
somebody
I'm interested.
know you're interested.
Yeah, exactly.
Or wear a sign. I'm available. I'm available.
Or wear a sign. I do not have bad breath. That's going to be my theme today. No, I think you're right. But I think 6 years without a date.
That's a long time, Taylor.
Maybe she's putting the vibe out. that she doesn't want to date.
That's what I mean. Open yourself up a little bit and show somebody you're interested. But we don't know if she's doing social things. She didn't share that. So if
many
you're
kids
not,
today meet online.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, Taylor,
So,
get online.
Taylor, we wish you luck and put yourself out there a little bit. And if there's somebody you're interested in, go for it. The worst he could do is say no, and you'll live through that.
That's right. Absolutely. And you know what? Thank you for telling us we are iconic. We do love life. And Taylor, I know you may not feel like it right now, but you have your entire life ahead of you. Take it a step at a time. Get out and join groups. Get out and just do things and put yourself out there, and you'll be amazed how your life will change.
Absolutely. We wish you the best. Thank you for writing in. And let us know if you do get a date. We'd be interested.
We would.
When the sun goes down, opt for bold and blingy styles, like the made-to-be-seen very sexual to cheeky.
Excited to announce that Symptomatic is coming back. Listen to Symptomatic on the
ranked degree and invaluable career development.
Because we were waiting for our kids to fit. Congratulations on your podcast.
Edu/apply HU today.
Maddie writes, "Hi, Kathy and Susan. Congratulations on your podcast. I'm a huge fan of both of you and love listening." Well, thank you, Maddie.
Thank you.
I've been with my significant other for 15 years. We lived apart because we were waiting for our kids to finish graduate school and move out. I have a daughter and he has 2 sons. I've been living with him for 3 years now. We decided to stop waiting for his younger son as we figured he was close to moving out. He is now 32 and still has no plans to move. I feel awkward living with a grown son still in the house, and the father won't tell him anything because he's his son. Did I make a mistake moving in? I think I should have waited, but I'm 61 and he's 63. Difficult spot to be in. Thank you. Yes, it is difficult.
Yeah, you got to put your clothes on all the time. You can't run the refrigerator half naked when it's just the two of you.
But
Ouch,
you know what?
There's an adult in the house.
But you know what, Susan? As often when we read these questions, you and I've talked about this too, there's usually a line or a few words that say it all, what the real problem is. And
Daddy.
here's the line in this one, Maddie. You said, I feel awkward living with a grown son still in the house, and the father won't tell him anything.
That's his little boy. Keep
But
that
that's
in
the
mind.
problem. Oh, stop it, Susan.
It
32?
is.
I'm sorry. Kick him to the curb at 32? Really? You're good. That's okay with you?
Kathy, listen to this though. She can't be the one
That's
because
right.
they'll resent her.
That's the
And
problem.
is it really that difficult? Is it interrupting your relationship with your man? I mean, you still do what you want. It's not like you have to take care of a 32-year-old. He does his
Bachelor
own
Nation,
thing.
you can't see me, but my mouth is hanging open. Am I hearing, Susan, that you are advocating to let a 32-year-old son, his son, live in the house and move on merrily and just make your martinis nude at the refrigerator and don't worry about him?
No. I would raise his rent to it was uncomfortable for him.
Oh, I bet $20
It would
says
be
he's not paying
cheaper to
rent.
have his own place.
No, here's what honestly,
That's a
we're-
tough one, Kath. I wouldn't want to
not
be
for
the
me.
one.
Not for me.
You would tell the man, he goes or I go? Would you go there?
I'm not Maddie, but if it were that uncomfortable, the deal was, if you remember in this note, in this question, they were waiting for the kids to finish graduate school and move out. I can assure you, most graduate schools, if you do it in order, 30 is I'm being generous when I say, it could take till 30. So the fact that he's 32, he has no intentions of moving out. So Maddie, like most things in life, you can only control your decision and how you're going to approach a situation. You can't force anyone else.
No,
so
you
Maddie, it comes down to either you can live with him or you say to your guy, I can't do this. We made a deal. that when they, when they finish graduate school, and he's now finished, and it's time for him to move on, darling.
And did you not think about this prior to moving in? You two decided you're not going to wait till he leaves. So you moved in. That's on you.
No. She doesn't say that. She says we decided to not wait till youngest son finished.
Who is the 32-year-old?
No. We decided to stop waiting for his younger son as we.
That's on you.
No. She doesn't say that. She says we decided to not wait till youngest son finished.
Who is the 32-year-old?
No. We decided to stop waiting for his younger son as we figured he was close to moving out. I'm guessing she figured he was close to moving out. Her partner did not figure he was close. So
and he is now 32.
Goodbye.
Still there.
Can I sing my song? So long, farewell. I mean, out.
Sweetie, I know what you're saying. Either learn to be okay with it or have a three-way discussion. Like, how long do you plan on being here? Do you have any plans to move? Are you going to go on your own? And if it's really, really making you uncomfortable, then you have to go get a place of your own, I guess.
Well, and I agree with that. And the other thing is, she doesn't say, she said it's, the father won't tell him anything. Maddie, I think you have to I would never talk with the son. I'd have to talk with your partner and really tell him how you feel. Because if this is, you're 61, you're still young enough to find somebody else if this doesn't work out. I wouldn't want to live. I'm being honest, Susan. I would not want to live with another man's son.
I don't think I would either. I wouldn't either.
Not at 32.
Do know that when you bring this up to him, it could be a deal breaker. You've got to be prepared either way. He might say, "Oh no, I would never ask my son to leave."
Right.
So then you have to have the decision and be okay with what you decide afterwards.
I absolutely agree with you. Either she's going to build resentment or they're going to come to a mutually agreeable decision. It's one or the other, right? Yeah. And so it's not really a difficult spot to be in, Maddie. It's a hard spot because you're at a crossroads here. A decision has to be made.
I mean, is he a cool kid? Like,
Susan, I don't care. I don't
I'd
care.
be hanging out with him or something.
I don't care if he spits nickels. I do not want a 32-year-old.
As long as I didn't have to do his laundry, clean up after him. I mean, oh well.
Hey, Susan.
Hey, baby, I wish you luck. Maddie, I don't want to be in your shoes.
Everyone out there, if you have a 32-year-old who needs a home, Susan is offering. That's what I'm hearing.
No, you're not. But thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us, Maddie. Absolutely. Good luck. But think long and hard before you decide. You got to be prepared. Yep. All righty.
When the sun goes down, opt for bold and blingy styles, like the made-to-be-seen very simple to cheeky to minimal. Now in this season's
Symptomatic is coming back with Symptomatic on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Looking to find a new adventure in the mountains?
We have question number 4. And our next question is from Tanya from Kentucky. I love it. They're all over the place, Kathy.
I do. I love it.
Hi, Susan and Kathy. I love the podcast. I have a question about empty nesting. I raised my kids to be very independent and career-oriented. Yet now that they have moved out and to other cities, I'm struggling. I'm not sure what my place is anymore. I have my career and my husband, but this new season is hard. How do I find myself again? I know that may be a stupid question, but it seems hard. You both are doing great things. I love watching you flourish. Thank you.
First of all, there is no such thing as a stupid question.
No, there isn't.
So Tanya.
You know what? Thank you, Tanya, for sharing that with you and with us. And I don't think you're alone at all. I think everybody goes through this. How does she find herself again? You know, you're not just a mom. You were a woman first. And
Well,
then
she
you
has a
were a
career.
wife. And
Yeah.
then you were, yes.
Yeah.
So think about you now. And think about the special times when you get to see your children. But in the meantime, do you and your husband, your career. I know you miss them probably, but life goes on.
Yeah, I mean, you and I are both empty nesters, except for the 32-year-olds who are about to move in with you next week. I think, but Tanya, seriously, my children, I raised them exactly the same way, and they are career driven and they're independent. And so, first of all, congratulations
And
on
be
raising
proud
kids.
of that. Yes.
Be proud of that. Secondly, I'm glad you have a career and a husband because that helps ease the transition. But that's really what we're talking about here is the transition from, like Susan just said, wife, mother. Now, I would say to you, this is a time to rebuild, reorganize your life, look at new opportunities with your husband. And that's scary to do at any age. Certainly, as we get older, it's tough to tackle new things. And I think, Susan, you and I, we're both trying new things, but
Look at
it's
us.
scary.
Yeah.
But
there's got to be a hobby or something you miss doing that you gave up for your kids, whether it's playing golf or the pottery. I don't care what it is. Tasting wine. I mean,
right. It is. I love, Tanya, that you said it's a new season.
Yes,
and
it
I
is.
said this quote before. We have many seasons in our life, and we need to enjoy and love and flourish in the season we're in.
Yes.
So I think it's on you and your husband, but mostly on you to find ways that you're going to flourish. Your kids will always need you. If they have grandkids, they're going to need you.
they're still there. Yeah.
And they're still there, but this is a time for you to spread your wings and try new things. And that should make you feel great, Tanya. Not sad. It should be exhilarating, I think.
It's an accomplishment. You did a great job. Now celebrate you.
Right.
I mean, that's it's easier said than done. And maybe it's new. Maybe it's the first year or something. And that we get time. You'll get used to this and you're going to love it eventually.
Can I just say, Susan, can I just tell you one quick little story?
Yes.
So, I have 3 kids. When my last child went to college and I thought it was just going to be so great and wonderful, I cried the first 2 days. The kids' bedrooms were upstairs. I would go up and walk from each bedroom of my 3 kids and just cried. My husband was like, "What is
Notice
wrong
she
with
said
you?"
the first 2 days.
Yeah, that's right. That's my point. That's exactly where I was going. I was so sad. And I remember going to visit my daughter at college. Like she'd been there 10 days.
Right.
She was like, "Mom, Dad, get out of here, leave." I was like, "What?" But that was the awakening for me that I needed to build a life. So Tanya, get after it. Susan and I applaud you. We're behind you. You can do it. Let us know how your life changes and what new things you find.
Because you don't have to pick up anything anymore or make sure the room is clean. You can make that your room. I mean, I don't know, maybe a hobby. If you sew, it could be a sewing room. It could be any room.
Wait, did you clean your kids' room, Susan?
Oh, it was a nightmare. They had to do their chores, but it was never good enough for me. So when they go to school, I redo it.
Again, can I just remind people, Susan's the one that's sweeping the floor while you're eating at her dining room table.
God bless me. God bless me. Oh, God. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. And if you have a question, we want to talk about it. We want to hear it. You may even be featured on the podcast. Just go to bachelornation.com/golden hour and submit your questions. And Kathy and I will be very ready to read them and talk about them.
Okay, that's absolutely right. But Susan, we're not going anywhere yet because you know what I love to do. Play games.
Oh, here we go.
All right, we're going to play another round of Moral Quandary, which I love.
Of course we are.
Okay, come on, you like to play. I'm going to read the quandary. Now, this is the part you struggle with.
I know. I'm supposed to guess what you do, and and I always tell you what I'm going to do.
Okay, so you're going to guess what I'm going to do, and I'm going to guess what you're going to do. All right, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You have new next door neighbors who just moved in. And you learn very quickly that they seem to be exhibitionists. They never close their blinds, and you have caught them naked in their kitchen several times while drinking your morning coffee. Do you say anything
I hope
to
they're
them?
good looking.
Again, what do you think I would do?
Oh, Kathy, you would shut your blinds. You would go tell them.
Sometimes I don't think you know me. What do you think I would do?
I'd be standing there sipping away, getting the binoculars. No.
No, what would
What would you do? You would look.
I give up. You just cannot play this game.
I suck at this game.
So,
What do you think I would do, Kat?
Well, wait. What do you think I would do? Do you think I would watch or close the blinds?
You'd watch.
You know what I would do? I'd sit there, watch for a few minutes. I'd get bored because, you've seen one, you've seen them all. Drink my coffee. And then the next time we were outside, I would say, I've given up watching TV. I just watch you in your kitchen window every morning. That would get the point across.
Exactly.
I think you would watch and just enjoy your coffee.
And you don't think I'd say anything to them?
Oh,
I think we're
of
both
course
on
you
the
would.
same page there. Yeah.
yeah. No,
I would
close your
definitely say, hey,
blinds.
guys, nice view.
But you know what? They're exhibitionists, so they don't care.
Oh, so they enjoy doing that.
They
Wow.
probably enjoy us
Well,
being
it would
voyeurs.
depend on my mood. Do I feel like watching today or not?
I mean, no, wait. It depends. They didn't say, let's see, what they're doing. Now, that naked in their kitchen several times. I mean, if they're up on the kitchen counter going after it, I might have to close the blinds. Or I might say, do you have an older brother?
Oh, God.
You are playing a round of golf with your boss. Oh, I've done this. Okay, you're playing a round of golf with your boss, and there's money on the line for the winner. He's been cheating all day. The round is over, and he tells you that you owe him $100. Do you pay up?
You would never. You'd call him a cheater like I would right in the middle every time he does it. No? You would pay him?
Well, wait a minute. It depends. We don't have
what? He's cheating.
Susan,
Yes.
life, sometimes we have to bite our tongues sometimes. Here's the thing. How much do I need the job? How good a relationship do I have with him? My boss at work, I'd be saying, boy, that's a long foot you're using for a putter. If I had that good relationship. But if it was a senior boss and it depends at what level. Honestly, I'm being honest with you, it would really depend. And I might say, you're not really taking the $100 from me, are you? I don't have $100. Are you joking? I mean, I would try to make a joke of it.
Mm-hmm. What do you think I would do?
I think you would call the guy a cheater, hit him over the head with a club, and walk away.
Absolutely. I'd lose my job probably.
But you know
is
what?
cheating, wait, Kathy, when I play, especially early on, I don't do this now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, please don't judge. But when they say that's a gimme, when the ball is like right outside the hole.
It's called inside the leather.
No, it's
of the
called a
grip.
gimme. They told me a gimme. Well, when I would add my score, the gimme, I didn't count the extra stroke that it would take to knock it right in. I just was one stroke less all the way around.
So you know what I do? I have a handicap of 10. And if you believe that, I have a wooden nickel. If you believe that. But I do have a handicap. We're just not going to discuss it.
I don't even have a handicap. I don't go that far.
Here's the thing for golf.
Yeah.
I've played with a lot of men. Men do gimmies all the time, out of bounds. Pick it up, throw it in the fairway, and don't count a stroke. I mean, women, I play in a women's group. I swear they'll take your firstborn.
Brutal.
They're brutal. But here's my deal on golf. I'm just being honest. Here's my deal. If the same golf is a very difficult game, right?
Yes.
If it were that easy, the same pros would win week after week after week, and they don't. So here's the deal. If somebody wants to pay me, like my boss, give me that $100 back to play golf, then I'm going to count every stroke. If I'm in a tournament, I count every stroke.
Absolutely.
But for me, golf is fun. I just want to go out and have a good time.
And I don't have to count the gimme.
Well, listen, everybody, that does it for this episode. Susan may or may not be back next time because she's going to be cleaning out a couple of her bedrooms from all your 32-year-olds that are rolling in. We really appreciate you joining us today on Bachelor Happy Hour's Golden Hour.
Thank you so much, guys. And make sure to subscribe as we have new episodes coming out every week that you will not want to miss.
That's exactly right. And you know what, guys? We're so glad we're getting such great feedback on the podcast. If you haven't followed us, please follow us and make sure to submit your questions to us. As you see, we love answering them. All you have to do is go to bachelornation.com/golden hour to send them in.
And listen to Bachelor Happy Hour's Golden Hour on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to podcasts. We love being here for you.
Have a great week.
Bye.